Week 4 is in the books. Weekend full of upsets. 5 teams went into the weekend 3-0, undefeated, and only one emerges. Stay tuned to find out who. What's up, everybody? Week 4 is finally in the books. I am your host, Joe, from Clash of Text with Joe, and we are going into the bye. Week 4 is finaled up. Here we have on the screen currently is Above and Beyond going into the bye 4-0 on the season so far. And yes, the name up top is accurate. It is PB again. We're going play-by-play today. So we got PB going in on another Town Hall 10 this week. Tier 1 base, lower level Town Hall 10. Above and Beyond puts up 94.96% on USA Adults. A great war between these two clans. Above and Beyond was able to put up one Town Hall 10 v Town Hall 10, i.e. PB here, starting out with the Barbarian King Sacrificial on the outside of the base in order to funnel his Archer Queen into the base. The Archer Queen's, the main focus here is to get in on this Inferno Tower and get rid of this enemy Archer Queen. We do have air in the composition yet again. Town Hall 10 is being flooded with air troops currently. So the Archer Queen's going to go down here and battle it out with a gold storage. And you really just take one beam from that Inferno Tower. Ability will be popped in order to take care of the Inferno Tower itself. And actually, she won't be able to get in on that Archer Queen. That's why there's 2 skeleton spells in the composition for that portion of the attack. We got a Hound in. Our first Hound is down on the map. Haste spell, hasting our balloons in. Second Hound is in, going after that second air defense. And we still have a third air defense down in the south, so half circle into the third air defense, third and fourth, if you will, because there's 3 or 4 on that opposite side. Hasting all these troops up into the core of the base, battling it out with a sweeper, and we got a rage spell down for our balloons, for our pups, and also for our skeleton spells. We got both skeleton spells on the map, tending to the enemy Archer Queen. They're going to put her down momentarily as our balloons continue to push through, getting in on the opposite side of the base with different defenses over there. We got a group of balloons battling it out with a Tesla and a Wizard Tower while there's a heal spell for those guys. So the balloons are going to go down. We got skeleton traps kind of tied up our balloon and hound in the core of the base, and they're just hanging out at this point because they don't do anything. There's no reaction from them on our balloons. So the balloons meet up and finish it out, getting in on that last Archer Tower. We're going to speed this raid up. Another great attack by PB. The final score in this attack, or in this war, 71-70. Above and Beyond takes it out over USA Adults. So we're going to finish it up with our cleanup here, finishing it up with 100% by PB on another Town Hall 10. So going into the next war, we have Michigan Rose versus Archer Outlaws. Archer Outlaws went into this war 3-0 on the season. They will come up short. Final score is determined by the percentage here. We got 95.12 by Michigan Rose. And oh goodness gracious, look at the scoreboard is messed up. That's what happens when you rush. So anyways, our final score here is determined by Michigan Rose putting 95.12% over Archer Outlaws at 95.04%. My mistake there, guys, with the bad overlay there. Anyways, so there's the correct stats. We have a Town Hall 9 versus Town Hall 9 attack here. And the great part of this attack was the Archer Queen being able to survive the onslaught. And the best part is who said you had to take out the clan castle troops in order to do air? I might have said that. Anyways, we got poison spells down. We have a clan castle full of minions and a baby dragon. Our hounds are coming in and getting in on our last 3 air defenses. So we got 1 air defense down. We're going into a sweeper, so we're hasted into a sweeper. We got a hound coming in from the opposite side of the map here, and 3 more groups of balloons. Archer Outlaws and Michigan Rose were unable to produce a Town Hall 10 v Town Hall 10 triple. That's what made this war entirely so tight on both sides. So very close war by both teams. We have a heal spell down for our balloons as we get into our last air defense and Tesla farm. The Teslas will fall due to the massive amount of balloons that are left over on this map. And we still have minions in our queue as well as 2 balloons. So Carlos here is going to drop the balloons probably near the back end of the attack as everything speeds up, and we're going to finish up this raid. Our Archer Queen does finally get punked out by the enemy Barbarian King here, but our final score here is 71-71. Michigan Rose upsets Archer Outlaws as they move into the bye week. Going into the next war, we do have what was the powerhouse in Omnia. Omnia falls to Nagaland Elite, 69 to 68. We did have some missed attacks up top by Omnia. Nagaland Elite is unable to produce a Town Hall 10 v Town Hall 10 triple. Doesn't really matter. They put up 91.56% destruction on Omnia. Omnia is only able to get up 90% 0.08. As we move into the bye week, the powerhouse in Omnia has kind of come to a stump. They aren't going to be able to do much of anything as they move into the bye week. Nagaland Elite, we got a Queen Walk here. Another Town Hall 9 v Town Hall 9 attack. Queen Walk starting it out, battling it out against a Lava Hound. We have 2 poison spells down for the pups. Barbarian King is being sacrificed here to clean up the trash ring, get rid of structures on the outsides of the base. That way the balloons are able to maneuver into the base here. So we have an Archer Queen's going to continue her walk. Her ability's been popped as she jumps into the next compartment. She's going to take out these 2 sweepers, and then she's going to start battling it out against the Air Set Expo. So once this Expo falls, our attacker here is going to start moving into the second phase of the attack as we get the first hound in. 2 different groups of balloons here. Our second hound is down, another group of balloons, and we're just kind of semi-circling it around like I taught the other day. As we have 5 different groups of balloons, we have a haste spell to launch those balloons into the Tesla farm. We have 3 Teslas in this compartment with a cannon. We still have actually all 4 of the air defenses remaining. So the Archer Queen's able to get rid of the Expos here, the enemy Archer Queen, as well as the enemy clan castle. So we have our 3rd Lava Hound on the map, and we're out of spells at this point. So it's kind of one of those hairy situations. A little scared, a little worried, because we're unable to haste our balloons or rage them forward into the base. Another balloon comes into the map to try to get rid of that mortar. However, we do actually have a split on our balloons. You know, kind of rare when they actually do that, but when they do, it's phenomenal. So our last hound does in fact pop. We have a cannon, an air defense, plenty of balloons to tend to this air defense, and a whole lot of cleanup here. So Omnia falls to Nagaland Elite. Moving into the next war, LP3 Chiron falls to Redline. Redline's able to put up 93.68% destruction on LP3. What I was told over in Lost Phoenix 3 was it was Witch Slap all day long. Witch Slap was able to overpower their Town Hall 9s, a little unexpected composition to come in and do a lot of work. We had some mixed compositions down there on the Town Hall 9s, but we did see a lot of the Witch Slap, and that's what we have exactly here. We have a little bit of a Queen Walk. It started out with a Queen Walk. The healers, we got some healers on, a couple of witches up there in the north or over in the far west, and everything's in the base at this point. We got a group. We have a group over there of bowlers and witches that are managed to maneuver and stay outside. No big deal. They're going to continue to progress into the base. Our heroes are in the base. Our queen is in the base. And the queen's battling it out against our Lava Hound. That's what the Lava Hound's for. Everybody has their different opinions on what clan castle to use here. But the idea for the Lava Hound's really more for the Town Hall 10s. That way you can tie up that queen and hopefully have beams on her. You know, Inferno Tower beams locked on her and put her down. Town Hall 9s don't necessarily have that, option, so we don't really have to worry about the Lava Hound too much at Town Hall 9. So the queen's in the base, we have a couple of witches, we have our Barbarian King, and we have a large group of bowlers and witches moving into those final compartments. LP3 Chiron was able to put up a Town Hall 10 v Town Hall 10 attack. However, they it was a lower Town Hall 10, but it was QHS again from last week, and we're actually saving that replay for another video in the future for more of a Town Hall 10 v Town Hall 10 video. So anyways, we have BK from Redline here finishing up this attack. We have a couple of defenses. We have 3 cannons, an air defense, 2 mortars, and a wizard tower. Archer Queen's battling it out on the wall. You know, the normal. Queen sits on a wall, but she will power through this wall with the assistance of the skeletons. Get in on this wizard tower. We have cleanup mode here. It's basically cleanup mode at this point because we have about 3 or 4 witches up in the far north, and they're putting in a lot of work producing them skeletons. We have a skeleton trap in the final compartment, battling it out against those two cannons. Cannons are confused. Where do I hit next? That's what's going on there in that compartment. Barbarian King has managed to survive and is assisting with the cleanup here. So our final score here is Redline 71, LP3 Chiron 69. So LP3 Chiron does go into the bye week 3-1. Moving into the next war, we have JTJ knocking off Assassin's Score. So Assassin's Score falls by percentage. JTJ putting up 94.64% to Assassin's Score's 93.48%. Final score here is 70-70, and that drops Assassin's Score to 3-1 as we move into the bye week. So we have Lay's Daddy Time with an awesome attack. Actually, this is one of my favorite attacks. We have a Queen Walk, and she's going to walk this whole eastern side of the base, basically to tie into our P.E.K.K.A.s, our Bowlers, and our Barbarian King. So Poison Spell is down. 10 to this dragon, 10 to these wizards. Wizards are going to put a hurting on this Archer Queen. The Archer Queen's going to ride the lightning here. Her ability will be popped. She'll take care of the dragon and both wizards, and then she'll continue to move into the next phase of the attack. Barbarian King is down. We got our 3 P.E.K.K.A.s down, and we have our Bowlers down. Now, here's the fun part about this attack that I really liked was Bowlers. Our Bowlers could not wait. They're very impatient. They didn't want to wait on our P.E.K.K.A. to crack through the compartments, and our Bowlers kick outside and go around the back side of the base. So you're just like, oh no, go back in, go back in, go back in. Well, that didn't happen here. So what ends up happening here is our attacker drops a jump spell, and everything ties back into each other. The Bowlers kind of circle around the compartment, tie back into our P.E.K.K.A., and they will eventually go back into the base, or go into the base for the first time. Our Queen is still is tying up our Expo there. Our healing effects have shifted over to our P.E.K.K.A. The weight of the P.E.K.K.A.s take the healers or pull the healers off of our Archer Queen. We do have a couple back end Hog Riders moving in to the base. We have a rage spell down for our P.E.K.K.A. and our Hog Riders, and really the main focus here is to get our P.E.K.K.A. to continue to go south, get into our Expo and those Teslas, that Tesla farm. So we have a heal spell down for our P.E.K.K.A., down for our Hog Riders, but our Hog Riders are getting picked off. So it's really, the attack is really based off of our P.E.K.K.A. and our Barbarian King surviving. Our Bowlers are gone. We still have all 3 of our tanky ladies moving down into the final compartments. We have 4 defenses remaining here. We have a cannon, we have an archer tower, we have another cannon over there by the town hall, as well as an air defense. Air defense doesn't really matter because we've lost all of our healers at this point. We're going to speed this raid up. Great attack by Leia's Daddy Time of JTJ. Final score here is, again, 70-70. JTJ topples Assassin's Score as we move into the bye week. Next up, we have Cards Fan of Fat Cats on Soki Secundum. Soki Secundum topples the Fat Cats by percentage, 96.12% to 96% of the Fat Cats. So unfortunately, the Fat Cats do fall. Secundum didn't submit an attack to me on what they wanted shown, so I went to the Fat Cats and got a replay by one of the guys that I remember from the streams, Cards Fan. So we did have 2 each. Town Hall 10 v Town Hall 10 attacks on both sides. Very tight war. Fat Cats came into this war ready to win. Just came up short by a percentage here a little bit. So we got our Bowlers on the map here, and we got Golems. Golems just kind of tanking for our Bowlers as the Bowlers work on structures, kind of setting the funnel. The funnel's here for our Barbarian King and our Archer Queen. And the remaining 6 Bowlers that are in our composition. So we got our Wall Breakers down. Wall Breakers are going to open up this compartment, and then our Barbarian King and our Archer Queen are down on the map. So, Barbarian King, is that Barbarian King a level 28? I'm pretty sure it's a level 28, or maybe my eyes are deceiving me here, but I mean, that's phenomenal. A Town Hall 10 with a level 28 Barbarian King, but our Queen is level 40. We do have Bowlers in the base, raged, poison spell down for the enemy Archer Queen, and that enemy balloon coming out of that clan castle. Jump spell to keep our Bowlers moving deeper into the base. And they're going to get a lot of heat here. They're going to get rid of all the air defenses. We still have a couple of Teslas, and we have an Inferno Tower up top. The Archer Queen is going to work and take care of these pups. She's a little tied up at the moment, but she's safe out of range of that Inferno Tower. As Card starts to get the Hounds down, the Hound's kind of confused. I don't know where to go. And our Hound is going to lock onto one of the defenses and tank for our balloons. Two groups of balloons are going to move in from the far eastern corner of the base. We have another haste spell for our group of balloons to move in on that mortar. The sweeper, going to get rid of the sweeper. That way our balloons from the northwest can move into the base. And then we have another group of balloons moving in on a cannon up north. Archer Queen has got into the compartment. She's going to take out this Wizard Tower, assist our balloons, and then she's going to work on getting rid of this Inferno Tower. Her ability's already been used. We still have a few balloons remaining to go in and take care of that cannon. And we have a couple of bowlers down in the southeast, finishing up with the cleanup portion of this attack. So we should be speeding this up momentarily as we get our minions down on the base and Archer down on this base, and they're going to work on cleanup as a couple of pups take out the town hall. So as we move into the next raid momentarily, the next war is actually Alphas versus the OSF. The OSF does fall short to the Alphas. 94.96% destruction on the OSF. The OSF is able to put up 93% destruction on the Alphas. We have one Town Hall 10 v Town Hall 10 attack per clan. This is the Alphas putting on a hit on the OSF, starting out with our single bowlers to work on getting rid of those outside structures. I believe it was mortars, I might have missed it, that took out those structures on that side. We have an Archer Queen over there naked walking. Oh yeah. So she's going to continue to walk, and her focus is that air defense. We have minions up in the north working on structures outside of the range of the air defense, and our wizard up there. Wizard and Archer Tower are going to take out one of those minions as our queen continues to walk. We have a wizard over in the far west working on structures outside of the range there. Jump spell is down. We have a golem, and we're going to get our Barbarian King as well as our bowlers into the base to start working on some of these defenses that hinder the air portion of the attack, getting rid of all those wizard towers. Going to get rid of the air defense. The Archer Queen's continuing to work, and she'll get in on that air defense down in the southwest. So our bowlers are getting there slowly. The golem is tying up a lot of heat, but it's currently down to golemites. Barbarian King's taking his sweet time getting into this base. His ability will be popped to get rid of this enemy Archer Queen, and our Archer Queen down in the south's ability has to be popped as she takes on a lot of defensive focus down there in the south. She will be momentarily taken out as our bowlers continue to progress and get rid of the air defense up in the north and another air defense in the core, if I'm not mistaken, which opens it up for a sweep of the south of the base. Our two hounds are coming up from the south. We have 3 groups of balloons. Should be a 4th one dropping momentarily as a haste spell goes down. Gets in on that Inferno Tower. We have a free spell in our queue. We have another group of balloons coming in from the far west over there as well as the far east, and they're just going to tie into each other. We are currently going into a sweeper, so we got to get a rage spell down. We're going to freeze. He's going to freeze that air defense or the Archer Tower as well as the Inferno Tower, and we got a lot of stuff going on here. We got a big clump going on in the core of the base. Inferno Tower does fall. We still have a Lava Hound tanking for our balloons momentarily. Should be popping. It pops right there, and the remaining defenses do fall. So a great attack by Kians of the Alphas. Final score here in this war was 71 Alphas, 67 the OSF, as we were finishing it up with the cleanup of this attack. So our next war is Heavy Hitters 2 versus the War Addicts. So War Addicts putting on a show over here. 95.75% destruction on the Heavy Hitters 2. We do have a Town Hall 9 v Town Hall 9. We have Flash of the War Addicts starting out with a Queen Walk. Baby Dragon down there in the southeastern corner of the base, working on structures to kind of keep our queen in line and going where we want her to do. Both clans had a Town Hall 10 v Town Hall 10 attack. I might be saving 1 or 2 of these attacks for a future video for you Town Hall 10s. We're going to try to get some details for you guys. Not everybody knows how to 3-star, and we need to really focus in on what's getting it done at Town Hall 10. We have the Queen walk moving here. She's going to battle it out against this Barbarian King. We have our Barbarian King, Flash's Barbarian King's up in the northern corner of the base, working on structures, really to kind of set the funnel and take care of some structures. Really sacrificial here. Archer Queen has to have a rage spell dropped on her to save her. She was riding the light in there, man. Her health was going down to nothing. About got punked out by the Barbarian King as she works on the wall. Now, this is actually kind of funny because this is probably one of the first times I've seen a Queen enter a compartment that we want her to enter. She's going to go into this compartment. She's still under rage. She's going to tend to this enemy Archer Queen. She's already taken care of the enemy clan castle troops, and she's going to continue her walk and follow this compartment deeper into the base to get in on those sweepers and get in on those expos. So she's going to take out the Queen's altar here. She's going to work in and get rid of the Archer tower. And then we have an air defense. Actually, we have all 4 air defenses up in here in the north. But as you saw in an earlier replay from another clan, if you get rid of the expos, it doesn't even matter whether you get rid of the air defenses. As long as you have enough hounds to cover or get some coverage there, get rid of the expos, get rid of the sweepers. I mean, air is just going to straight flatten this base. So we got our hound and a group of balloons splitting, coming into the base. We have another group of balloons coming in over in the far western corner. We have another lava hound coming in from the north with 2 groups of balloons up there. Another haste spell down for that group of balloons. And the Archer Queen's losing her healers, but she's assisting with getting down in this natural channel right there in the core of the base. And she's walking down and assisting with getting rid of air defenses. So our defender here, Love You, from Heavy Hitter's base really worked against him, or him or her, worked against him with the Archer Queen getting deeper and deeper into the base, taking out a lot of defenses that were integral on preventing the air portion of this attack. So we have 4 defenses, 5 defenses remaining, 2 or 3 point defenses, 1 that really matters in the Archer Tower, and then we have our Wizard Tower over in the far eastern compartment. So we have cleanup at this point. We have a Tesla working on our balloons. The balloons are going to continue. We have a baby dragon over there assisting with the cleanup, and our balloons are going to move in on that Wizard Tower. So as we finish up with cleanup here, we do have the final score: War Addict 72, Heavy Hitters 2 70. All right, so we have Coastal Clash versus YOLO mode. I want to name this replay here as Lady Luck. This Archer Queen has got to be the luckiest queen out of the whole week's wars so far. We have a Town Hall 10 v Town Hall 10, Ronnie of YOLO mode versus I'll Kick Your by Coastal Clash. Anyway, so we got this queen. She's walking down the eastern side of the base, going in on a cannon. She's going to hit a giant bomb. Then she's going to go into a gold storage, you know, tying up a lot of time here with the high hit point storage there. Then her ability's going to have to be popped for this Tesla. So the ability's been popped, and then she goes down into the elixir storage, and then she starts soaking up beams from the Inferno Tower. Now at this point, Ronnie's got a bowler and a wizard down. He's got his golem down, distracting the defenses here. Queen's still taking on the Inferno beams. Jump spell goes down. She just so happens to step out of range of the Inferno Tower. So, I mean, come on. Are you kidding me right now? Golem goes into the base. Queen jumps into the base, and she's soaking up a beam from the Inferno Tower again. Luckily enough, she has 0 health almost, no health, and the Inferno Tower is frozen, and she ends up getting taken out by an archer from the clan castle. So, I mean, wow, that queen is like the luckiest queen ever, and she does a lot of damage to the Inferno Tower, which allows our bowlers to push deeper into the base, going up into more heavy hit point structures up there with the wizard towers and the DPS, you know, and stuff like that. Anyways, so at this point, we're transitioning into the second portion of the attack. We got our haste spells down. We have, you know, the lava hounds moving into the base. We got 2 up top. We got another group sweeping down south. Anyways, so YOLO mode put up 95.32% destruction on Coastal Clash. Coastal Clash is only able to produce 94.56. As we have a freeze spell down for our Inferno Tower, we got you know, balloons going down south, and now we have air set skeleton traps chasing the balloons. We still have one lava hound that's continuing to tank as a large group of balloons move into the final defenses on this base. So a great attack by Ronnie either way, and the queen coming up huge in this attack. I've never seen a queen survive all that and still manage to put on so much damage on a defensive structure. So our final attack, final score there was 71-68 or 72-68. Anyways, moving into our next attack, our next war, we have Gehazi Bomber, the only Town Hall 11 v Town Hall 11 attack of week 4. The Gehazi Bomber also put up the highest destruction percentage of the week in 97.16 over her Baska. So we have a baby dragon on the map. We have a archer queen down in the south that's being pretty much sacrificial. We had a haste spell down for some loons to go and take care of an archer tower. That way the Grand Warden can sit up there and work on the storages in the gold storages. And so we got a large compartment here that's opened up by earthquake spells to really open it up for our bowlers to go in after the wizard towers and an inferno tower, an expo. So we got a group of balloons or a group of bowlers and a large funnel here for our barbarian king to go in and take care of the enemy archer queen, take care of this inferno tower, take care of this expo, and really just kind of freeing it up, as well as getting rid of an air defense, freeing it up for the second portion of our attack. And we have 2 air defenses remaining. So a great way to see an entry point in this base and take care of a lot of key structures, really open it up for the air attack. So we got haste spells down, more balloons, and lava hounds coming in from the southwest, moving up into the base, and they're all going to meet up into hasting into this inferno tower, and the balloons are going to take on the sweeper and another haste spell over in the far western compartment, moving into the final compartment that has an expo, a wizard tower, bomb tower, and Tesla. Just a lot of DPS over here. So we have a very large group of balloons moving in on the final defenses here. Final score here is 71-70. Gehazi Bomber coming out big over Arvaska with this Town Hall 11 v Town Hall 11 triple attack. So balloons are finishing up top. We're all in cleanup mode now. We have minions and pups down in the south, and just trickling in a couple of our remaining balloons here to finish up this attack as they sweep down that northwestern side of the base, moving into the final defenses here. So the next war we have here is Cold Sep versus Gabales. Cold Sep put up a 92.40% destruction over Gabales. Gabales only producing 91.80. Each clan had a Town Hall 10 v Town Hall 10 attack, one currently on the screen, with Gus going in on Christoph of Gabales, starting out with his Barbarian King, his Archer Queen. Barbarian King's going to kind of tank in, go take care of a couple of structures, basically so the Queen can get in there and take care of those air defenses on the opposite side of the base. And Gus is going to come in from the south with a large group of balloons and 2 lava hounds. And, you know, who said that you couldn't run balloons directly into an Archer Queen? Because we have double stacked skeleton spells here. Skeleton spells are going to tie up that Queen, put her down, take care of the Barbarian King, as our balloons just bypass everything and go into a heal spell. And they're going to really just take on the rest of this base, lower Town Hall 10 tier 1 base, finishing up with the defenses that are stacked at Town Hall 9 or you know, leveled at Town Hall 9. But we have a large group of balloons. We do, however, have air set skeleton traps here, chasing our balloons, putting them down. And we have plenty of minions on the south side of the base. So the end of this attack is really going to be summed up by our skeletons chasing the balloons, putting the balloons down, and really at this point it's really based off of our lava pups turning around and getting rid of those skeleton traps. In this case, it'll be a minion that takes care of this. So moving to the next war, we have Meet the Kings toppling Crazy Monkey. If you remember last week, Crazy Monkey put on a heck of a fight against Above and Beyond. However, Meet the Kings put him down this week. 96% destruction rate by Meet the Kings. Again, both clans having one Town Hall 10 v Town Hall 10 triple on both sides. As King Kahole comes in here with his Barbarian King, his Archer Queen. We have archers up in the north and eastern corners, taking care of the corner structures. And really what he's doing here is setting the funnel, allowing his Archer Queen to take care of a couple of these structures. Another base that is a lower Town Hall 10 tier 1 base with the lower wizard towers, as he takes on literally all 4 air defenses. Got his hounds coming in from the south and again from the west. Groups of balloons on all sides, and really what he's going to do here is split the base with his spells, using a haste spell to launch into that northern or western air defense, and then again in the south, as well as following it up with 2 rage spells to get them directly into that last air defense on both sides, as well as the Inferno Towers. So we still have a Lava Hound here tanking for our balloons, and now we have 2 heal spells to carry our balloons into the back side of the attack where all the splash damage is at. So we have balloons trickling in from the north and also from the east, and they're going to meet up in our group. We have lava pups all over the base at this point. 2 last defenses here dropping, and Meet the Kings will topple Crazy Monkey. 72 to 69 is the final score in this war as we're on cleanup duty. Archer Queen is still up though. She's in the core of the base. She's picking off balloons. I mean, who said that you had to do, take out the Archer Queen to do an air attack? I think I might have said that. Well, they ended up jumping her and putting her down anyways, and we're on cleanup mode at this point. So moving into this war here, we have LP4 Hades versus Anduin War. Anduin War coming up short again this week. Hades putting up 70 to 68 as the final score in this one. 93.32% by LP4 Hades to Anduin War's 92.76%. We have a bowler witch combination, or other words known, starting out with 2 golems on opposite sides of the base, spread of bowlers on each side, and setting up the funnel for everything to jump into the base here in the center. Now, if you pay attention to this base, the compartments in the center there really line up for a perfect funnel for this attack. Everything's going to jump into these compartments and follow their way through, and it'll lead directly into the enemy Archer Queen and both Inferno Towers. And the bowlers are able to throw their boulders on both sides of the base, and it really just, the base design itself just sets the defender up for failure here, as the attacker here gets a poison spell for the enemy Archer Queen and Barbarian King, another rage down for our bowlers to just power through and hammer out this Inferno Tower, as well as both heroes. We have both sides, both flanks of the base being taken care of by the witches, and bowlers are gone on the outsides of the base, and we're losing them in the core. But we still have an Archer Queen, level 40 Archer Queen, still putting in work, still has her ability, and she just so happens to manage to find the weaker wall here to shoot at. Normally, in most cases, she would lose her mind and go after the level 10 wall there, but instead, this time around, she goes after the level 8. Impressive. So Archer Queen comes in on his last remaining defenses. We got witches finishing up over in the far west on structures over there. We got an Archer Tower over there. Town Hall will fall, and a great 3-star attack on another lower Town Hall 10 Tier 1 base, Adrian Slayer. Final score here is again 70 to 68. LP4 toppling Anduin War. Moving into this war, we have Time Vortex versus Violent Wizards. This war right here, I would have to call it Queen Saves the Day, because the Queen manages to get the 3-star on this base. It's a Town Hall 9 v Town Hall 9. Time Vortex puts up 93.44% destruction on Violent Wizards. Violent Wizards only putting up 92.52%. So we have golems in the base. We got our Barbarian King in the base. We got bowlers. One parts off, the other 4 follow. Heal spell down for our bowlers as they move deeper into the base. Archer Queen is assisting with this cleanup, taking out the point defenses in the south, and she'll join the rest of this group. Now, flip side comes in with dragons sweeping the north side of the base. All the air defenses are down. All we have left is splash damage. We have an enemy Archer Queen over in that final compartment, in which we have a poison spell down, and our Barbarian King and Queen are in the core of the base. So really the idea here is for our dragons to just literally sweep this base, sneaking in a balloon or 2 to try to get in on those Teslas and get rid of them. So bowlers are kind of caught up on some skeleton traps currently. They jump over and hit the Archer Tower. 1 or 2 hits this Expo. And we still have a golem sitting in the center of our base. Now at this point we have what looks like 2 dragons remaining. And of course, our dragons aren't going to go to where we want them to go. They're not going to go after that the archer tower over there. They're going to go after the storage, and then they're going to sit on this town hall. So what's happening here is that archer tower is just picking off the health of our dragons. Now, dragons are beefy, and they have a lot of hit points, but our archer tower is putting in a lot of work over there as well, and she's actually going to end up taking out this dragon here momentarily. Or this last one will. Anyways, so we still have our golem there, and he's tanking for our queen. Now look at the health on this queen. This queen has next to no health. We have no other troops left in our queue, nothing else left on the base, and for the most part, you're thinking, holy crap, this is going to end up being a fail. But as we get to the end, we got one archer tower remaining, and this archer queen manages to stick behind this golem and prevail and finish up this base. Great attack by Flipside there by Time Vortex. So we have House of Ale versus Pinoy Violator MP. House of Ale comes up big, 70-69 is the final score. House of Ale putting up 92.56% destruction on Pinoy Violator. Pinoy Violator did have a Town Hall 10 v Town Hall 10 triple. However, it just wasn't enough to get that last star to tie this thing up against House of Ale and win based off of their percentage, considering their percentage was 93.28. So really a stunning victory by House of Ale, coming up big. We have another Town Hall 9 versus Town Hall 9 attack. Level 27 King, level 30 Queen, and looks like we have Lava Hounds and Balloons in the queue. So, Barbarian Kings in the base, Bowlers in the base. Archer Queen will soon follow into the base. We have a heal spell down for our Bowlers. Sneaking in, so Ginger Queen here sneaks in balloons. This balloon manages to sneak its way into the base. We have an Archer Queen that's off by herself, working on structures over there in the west. And this balloon, this single balloon, is going to go and take out structures that are tied up on the golem, or what was left of a golemite. This balloon will prevail against the wizard tower and then move down on the cannon and continue until it runs into that air defense. Archer Queen has lost her, or her ability has been used there. She was losing health rather quick, and now she's caught up on the wall like usual. So at this point, we have 1, 2, and 3 air defenses remaining. We have one sweeper following the, facing the opposite direction. This Archer Queen is going to get in and take care of this air sweeper. And at this point, we can start getting into the air portion of this attack. Ginger Queen starts out with one balloon and drops her Lava Hounds down, and then she'll start bringing in her remaining 11 balloons in order to finish up this attack. We still have 3 haste spells to really just power into this base and just kind of topple it. We still have a Barbarian King and a couple Bowlers assisting with the Wizard Towers, getting rid of the Wizard Towers, and now the balloons are on the mortar, last air defense, and then they're going to haste into the last backside portion of the attack. So again, a great attack and a great war by House of Ale, putting down Pinoy Violator MP in week 4, going into the bye. Picking up a great win to start off the bye and rest up for the following week in a couple weeks. So balloons are finishing up here. We have mortar, archer tower, and plenty of cleanup with a couple of pups around the base. Again, our final score here is 70-69. House of Ale puts down Pinoy Violator MP. So our final war is 1001 Crew versus LexCorp. 1001 Crew comes up big, 2 stars over LexCorp, 95.28% destruction over LexCorp. LexCorp only putting up 92.84. 1001 Crew did have the only one Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 10 3-star attack. Obviously, it's on the screen right now. Another lower Town Hall 10 or lower tier 1 Town Hall 10 base here with a lot of Town Hall 9 mixed in their defenses, lower Inferno towers. Barbarian King's in the base to get rid of that first Inferno tower. Archer Queen's in the base assisting with this process. She's going to work on taking care of these point defenses, and hopefully she'll get rid of these clan castle troops. We have a wizard that's kind of walking down the south side flank, taking out structures out of range of the defenses. Archer Queen does get rid of that clan castle. And we have 4 hounds and 20 balloons in our queue to come on in and take care of the backside of this base. We do have a skeleton spell specifically for that Archer Queen. 2 hounds are in, 3 groups of balloons. 3rd hound is in, another 2 groups of balloons, and they're all going to go in on these 2 air defenses over here. Rage spell down. Skeleton spell down. Take care of this enemy Archer Queen. Tie her up as she's tied up on the Lava Hound there. Balloons will prevail and power through. Getting into the next stage of defenses here. We have balloons finishing up on that second to last air defense. And then our final Lava Hound does hit the map with a group of balloons that go in, raged up, hasted up to get in on that last air defense or Inferno Tower, and remaining defenses down in the south. So a great attack here by Zen, coming in on the backside of that air sweeper, getting rid of this last air defense, and basically at this point we're on cleanup. So again, 1001 crew does prevail over LexCorp 70 to 68. So let's go ahead and get into the standings following week 4. So in the Inferno Tower Conference, Heal Division, the only remaining undefeated team is the Season 1 champions in Above and Beyond, 4-0. Nagaland Elite, Archer Outlaws at 3-1, Fat Cats at 2-2. Jump Division, Omni and Vincent came up short this week, falling 3-1. Secundum, Michigan Rose 2-2. USA Adults 0-3 so far in the season. Hopefully they're able to go into the bye week and recoup a little bit. Rage Division, Alphas 3-1. Arvasca 2-2. Coastal Clash and Heavy Hitters 2 both 1-3. Going into the bye, hopefully able to recap and come together and come back with a win in week 5. Freeze Division, we got YOLO Mode, Gehazi Bomber, and War Addicts at 2-2. The OSF has been unable to score a win so far in the season at 0-4. Moving into the Artillery Conference, we have Poison Division, Cold Sept, Violent Wizards, Crazy Monkey, all 1-3 so far on the season, and then Andu War 0-4 as they move into the bye week. Haste Division, Time Vortex is still 3-0. No, so they're 3-0 and 1 tie. So they're not quite 4-0, but they haven't lost yet, so that's very important to remember. Meet the Kings is 3-1. Gabales is 2-2. LP4 Hades is 1-3. 1001 Crew over in the Quake Division, Assassin's Corps, and LP3 Chiron are all 3-1. House of L is 2-2 going in the bye. And then the Skeleton, finish it up with the Skeleton Division. We have JTJ and Redline 3-1, Pinoy Violator MP, and LexCorp finishing it up as we go into the bye. So as we go into week 4, or week 5. So week 5 will kick off, Battle Day will kick off on the 28th of April. These are your current matchups for that week. Drop some comments below and let me know what you think was, heck, man, we had a great week this week. A whole lot of things going on, and truly enjoy reading your comments, and thanks for watching, guys.